Let's see here. Old Hand Saw says, hey, P-Rex, just want to say thanks for the YouTube uploads. I drive 3.5 hours a day. Ew. And you guys are great background noise. Was wondering, do you guys still stay in touch with Genghis Khan? You know, every once in a while, like, we'll see him hanging around, but, you know, not too often anymore. Karen, says Casual Horse, was asking about why solar systems and galaxies form into flat disks last time she was on.
Yep.
I recommend this Minute Physics video. Do you watch Minute Physics on YouTube at all?
I think I've seen one or two.
He does like the simple, yeah, like simple animated edutainment.
Is there a link to this?
There is a link to this.
Can you send that to me?
I can send it to you. I will send it to you.
You know my email.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. I am interested to know why they, as opposed to like balls.
Balls.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
Because balls. What?
Yeah, I like all those nice little nerdy 5-minute, factoid bits about stuff. It's like Sesame Street for grown-ups.
Yeah. I was mentioning that the other day. I came across a video. Someone sent me a link to a video doing nothing but describing why. This is something that literally will only interest me and Jay Bauman. It was a video telling you why the United States television standard was 29.97 frames per second.
That would interest me.
Yeah, that's interesting. Or why Europe had like PAL.
Exactly. PAL is, which is
versus NATSB or NTASB or what was the other
NTSC.
one? NTSC.
And so it was a video explaining why the United States TV standard was 29.97 frames per second. And it was one of the greatest pieces of entertainment I have watched recently.
No, I mean, that's interesting because there are reasons. There are all kinds of reasons. There are reasons why screw threads go this way, and it's fascinating.
It is
how things got to be the way they are.
Mm-hmm. So someone find that link. It's not from Computer File. It was I tweeted it.
What was this? What was the speed or frequency in Europe?
Yeah, Europe is 25 frames per second.
See, a lot of times, but not always, because Europe, post-World War II, they were kind of behind in their development or whatnot. A lot of times European countries turned around and said, well, we're going to set this up now later than the Americans, and we're going to do it a little bit better. It's like they learned from our mistakes with a lot of stuff.
And basically that's what it was, is the super simplified explanation is it was 30 frames a second in the black and white days, and then they needed to add color information while using the same amount of bandwidth. And they couldn't figure out how to do that, so they just lopped off 0.03 frames, and they fit the color information in there.
That's cool.
Yeah. Stand-up maths. That's it. Thank you, Oh Bother. That link that Oh Bother just linked to, I'm clicking on it right now. I'm pretty sure that's it. Stand-up maths.
There's an interesting video about the difference between our electrical plugs and the ones in England, and all of the nifty safety features and stuff that they put in them. Largely because they came to it later, and so they were able to improve on a lot of things.
And it's the same thing with frames per second, where the United Kingdom or Europe had TV spread after our TV was already established, so they learned from our mistakes.
Yeah.
Gave each station a wider bandwidth from the get-go.
Right.
And so they had a nice even 25 frames per second instead of 29.97.
Is that why you needed a different Nintendo for British TVs?
Right. Well, and there's a whole bunch that video that Oh Bother linked to is it. Watch it. It's phenomenal because he also goes through something that I've talked about before, which is what interlaced TV is. Because the old way that televisions used to broadcast was actually at 59.96 frames a second, but only half of the screen at a time, interlaced.
Yeah.
So half the screen,
half
then
the lines, and then the other half the lines.
And then it would go like this. Right. Interlaced television. And so it's a wonderful video. And I watched that, and I just said to myself, we are living in a goddamn golden age of entertainment where I can watch a 12-minute video on why the frame rate is 29.97 frames per second, and that is interesting to me.
Well, you're able to look stuff up and know the answer right away.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we were in science class and they were talking about the X and the Y chromosomes and how they work. And I said, well, what's the genetic sex of earthworms? How does it work with them? And the teacher's like, I don't know. And it was years before.
I don't know.
No, I mean, he said he didn't know.
Oh, okay.
And that's a legitimate answer.
Absolutely.
When birds do it the other way, where they have a W and a Z, and the one that's got two of the same is the male instead of the female. Like XX. Birds, I guess, like females are like WZ, and the males are WW.
Oh, okay.
And in earthworms, they've got whatever they've got, but they're all hermaphrodites. But anyway, my point is, now with the internet, you can look this stuff up and know the answer immediately. You find a video telling you the answer instead of just not knowing.
It's
your
quite
teacher doesn't
likely
know.
that the video will also be entertaining to watch because someone will present it in a way that you want to watch and you want to learn. Yeah. Libraries are not useless now. Libraries are still a wonderful resource, especially for people who don't have internet access at home, because you have to remember there are still a lot of people who don't have internet access at home, and libraries have computers. They have internet access, they have book resources. They have stuff that is really great for early readers, early education. Libraries are super important and will continue to be super important.
And if you want, a single source of very in-depth information about something, a book is still often the best way to go. And a library gives you access at no charge.
Yeah.
With interlibrary lending to dozens or even hundreds of different libraries worth of books. Like I recently read a book about eggs. It's called The Most Perfect Thing, and it's a book about eggs. How are they formed? Theories about why they differ in shape, why they have different color patterns. And it's fascinating, books where they'll take something like salt and just go into it, or the tulip craze, and just go into it at length. You don't tend to find that in the internet, and if you research something deeply on the internet, you often tend to find a more shallow amount of information that's repeated quite a lot, which is great if you want to know a little about something.
Not
but
AIDS.
Not as in-depth.
Eggs.
Yes. EGG.
The thing that I always need to buy at the grocery store. Eggs.
I for some reason, I have a tendency, I think it's like somewhere, maybe this, because some of my family is from the South, to say eggs and legs, whereas most people say eggs and legs.
Yes.
I'm talking about eggs, ova, the round things that come out of a bird's cloaca.
Right. No, and I mean, library.
When you put it like that, it sounds disgusting.
Well,
Come out of a bird's cloaca. Ew. Ew, I don't want that.
No, and you have to remember, like what the internet is, the internet is access to information, some of it not good information, but the library is just the same at no cost.
Yeah.
There are people who can't afford computers, there are people who can't afford the internet, and they should have the same access to information as everyone. Libraries are something that is for the public good.
And not everybody agrees on that. Some people think that you should only have access to what you can afford.
Which is crazy.
Which,
right.
I may disagree with, but I'm not going to get into that argument.
I'll disagree with that. Fuck that.
Yeah, well,
Fuck that. Everyone should have access to good information.
Yeah.
And that's what libraries are for. The greater public good.
I don't think it is just Chicago. It's because I've had people make fun out of the way I say legs and eggs before. I just
Legs.
I have it.
Oh, you walk
I
on your
said
legs,
eggs,
you go to
they're
the store
eggs.
and you buy some eggs.
Eggs. Yeah, eggs. 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 Legs. Yeah, so leg, egg. But yeah.
Yeah.
But not AIDS, no.
Let's see here. Oh, where are we? Sorry, I've missed
Oh, shit.
a few tips. Rich, did you hear they're making a sequel to the new animated Batman Return of the Caped Crusader? William Shatner will be playing Two-Face. Rich heard that. It's 3 in the morning, you fucks. Love you guys. Love Rich's choices and Jack's banter. Hi, Karen. Have a bloody good stream. Love from sleepy Oxford.
Oxford? You in Oxford? That's
Apparently.
it's late there, isn't it?
He's 3 in the morning.
Does it say what time it is local, wherever they are?
3 in the morning.
Well, I mean, how do you know it's just, you know...
That's what they said.
Okay.
They said it's 3 in the morning. Anonymous says, I stopped watching an Academy Award-winning movie because I'd rather tune into your stream. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Your content is great. I love what you do. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Anonymous.
See thy doom approach.
Hi. Oh, God. You see me? Oh, God.
What is
happening?
happening?
Oh, God, I'm dead. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh.
What is that?
Oh, look at all that
That's a
blood. It's
hammer.
like I'm watching Narcos again.
The Order of the Hammer, Jack.
Oh.
They worship carpentry and they walk around with giant sledgehammers instead of swords.
Okay.
Okay.
I love them. They're great. But they don't like me.
Rich and I watched a documentary the other day. We've been watching Narcos because we watched a documentary called The Two Escobars. Do you remember in the 94 where... I'm sorry, what? Laugh.
No, I'm laughing because that one's
Oh,
so
you're laughing
bad.
because I'm bringing this up. Remember the 94 World Cup where the Colombian guy got an own goal? You know what an own goal is? One of the defenders accidentally kicked the ball into his goal.
Oh, okay.
If you're quick saving, that's some cowardly shit, man.
And
That's some cowardly shit.
he was murdered after. He was murdered not long after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and his name was Andres Escobar.
Okay.
And Pablo Escobar is, of course, the other Escobar.
Right.
He was a
The
drug
Coke
lord.
Lord. Yes.
But it's a great documentary. Good stuff. I guess the drug cartels were using all of these soccer teams pretty much in the country to launder money.
Of course. Of course.
They had more money than they were. And so now we've been watching Narcos, and it's...
I heard great things.
Pablo Escobar is such an interesting character because he's both likable and despicable in almost equal measure. And sometimes he's almost likable for the sheer cleverness of the despicable stuff he does. He's not a nice guy.
I love the prison.
Yes, Rich is
Yeah.
using the
Cuddy's
HD
place to
texture.
deliver
right?
the scepter.
Yeah, he builds a
there.
prison where he's
He'd
got
been arrested by
roulette
the
tables and
Hammerites.
whores and
Apparently, they
swimming
didn't
pools and
approve of his
soccer
occupation.
In his
fields.
prison.
Yeah, of
I
course.
doubt they
Of
approve
course.
of mine. So hopefully they'll never catch sight of me when I break him out of their
Let's
prison.
see here. Anonymous says, hey, Jack, not sure if
Which
you've
is
ever watched
what
the
I'm going
Eric
to do.
Andre show, but I recommend it.
They're holding Cuddy
Yes,
in a
love
mining
the
complex
Eric Andre
carved
show.
out
Do you
of
guys
a
ever watch
quarry.
that?
The quarry's flooded, but the hammers still work
It's
the top
surreal
level
kind of
mines
alt
and have converted part of
comedy
the
show
complex into a
on
penitentiary
Adult Swim.
for
It
those
almost
who
looks like an old public
violate their
access
tenets.
talk show. And Eric Andre
An
is
associate of
a
mine was confined there and has provided me with a
alternative
map.
comedian.
It
He
would be
likes
difficult
to.
to get in by way of the main
That is the
gate,
best way I
but
can
there
describe
is
him
another
because he
option.
follows no
The
rules
mines
of
break the
comedy,
surface
yet
of a
he is
hill
incredibly
south of
funny.
the quarry.
I
I'll drop
no-
into the mines
no-
and
reserve
go to
judgment,
prison,
although a lot of
which will
Adult
be
Swim
found
stuff
somewhere
doesn't
uphill
appeal to
and
me.
to
I
the
feel like
north.
it should.
It-
I want to be
don't
progressive and
venture into these
avant-garde,
lower
but it just
mines
kind of...
This is
to be
some
haunted.
real
I'd rather not
avant-garde
have
shit.
to
I
do
love
this
it.
job.
Hold on.
But Cuddy's
Len
a reliable fence, and I don't
Flexinski
appreciate
in chat.
Hammerites
Yeah.
of death.
I don't know how the hell you could watch episode
Man,
2 of
he
season
owed
2 of
me
Ash
money for the
versus the
Baffert
Evil Dead and
shop.
be done with it.
Whoa.
What is wrong with your brain? That was some good shit. God
Don't
damn it.
spoil. I haven't seen it yet. Haven't seen it yet. No spoils. No spoils.
I won't spoils, but how could you be done? I'm done with it. Is anyone else done with Ash versus Evil? Oh my god. They had like the best episode they've produced, and he's done with it. I'm so sad to hear that.
Well, it is a little bit repetitive.
You just don't like it.
It's all right. I don't hate
You've
it.
seen repetitive. You've seen one episode.
I've seen more than one. You and Terry binged it.
It wasn't. I'm not. After the first season, I wasn't as in love with it as Rich was. I thought it was okay. I was like, yeah, I think this is fine. I'm not in love with it. I think it has some problems. I haven't seen any of the new season, which might address some of those problems, but it wasn't my favorite thing of last year. Ash versus the Evil Dead. And for everyone who's saying that Eric Andre is shit, I hate to be that guy, but it's quite possible that you just don't get it. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't want to be that guy who says you just don't get it. It also just might not be your particular taste in comedy, but it's brilliant. I love Eric Andre. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Let's see here. Doobie Sandwich says it seems that Twitch is doing well for the prereq team over the years. Did you ever consider streaming via YouTube gaming?
And confuse everybody for no good reason.
There doesn't seem to be many benefits to YouTube streaming versus Twitch streaming.
And people know where to find you.
And people know where to find us.
Could you dual stream it somehow? Where it would
That's
be
a
on
good question.
both at the same time so that people could find you in both places without messing with your existing user base's ability to connect?
Possibly. And I know Twitch right now is going through beta testing of uploaded videos. Much like YouTube, where if we wanted to upload a video to Twitch. But I think people are so set in their ways. They know, like, you go to YouTube, and it's not just for us, it's for everyone. You go to YouTube, you watch the previously recorded, you come here, you see something live. Things might change. I'm always looking for what's the best option for you guys to watch. And right now, Twitch is the best option. And now, especially with Twitch Prime, it's easy for you to do so, and yeah.
I wouldn't be against a simulcast, but it'd be a weird to monitor two chats.
That would be strange, yes.
I definitely can understand why people would like the interactivity, and I like the interactivity here too.
Absolutely.
But what percentage, do you have any idea what percentage of your viewers are watching it after the fact? Are most people watching it live or not at all, or are there a lot of people who have day jobs who come and watch it later?
We get higher numbers on the cut up YouTube videos.
Okay. Well, they have brevity and probably,
Well, they're not live. You can watch it whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and so our YouTube videos have a higher number than our live viewers.
What is our live average? 600?
Yeah, usually we're at 6 or 7. Right now, we're at 687. So like that's where we're usually at, and then our average YouTube stream is like 4,000 or 5,000 average.
Like 3.
Huh?
Like 3, 4.
After about a week, it's usually at 4.
Yeah.
I think it's tough. It's tough because some streams are up there, some streams are down there.
Yeah.
It really just depends.
Well, you guys start pretty late, which is great for some people, and then there are people who have really early wake-up times who just aren't going to be able to.
No, and as I've said before, if you are going to watch the pre-recorded streams, like if you're going to watch last Sunday's stream, I think you should watch it on Twitch, because Twitch actually archives all of the chat.
Oh, that's
yeah.
And so, like, all those links that we're talking about that are in chat right now, that's on Twitch. Like, if we reference someone's chat, you can see that message go through.
Would we lose all of that with YouTube streaming?
You could put some links into your, underneath of the video in YouTube.
Of
if
course,
you
but that's
to.
work.
Oh, for sure.
That's all extra work.
But if you're expanding your audience, it might, or it could conceivably be worth it to put some of them in.
Maybe. Anyone who really cares about it will usually leave a comment, and usually commenting is a stronger...
oh, shit! It was an accident!
Grows a stronger audience relation. But,
I'll admit I really am no expert in any of that.
But, it's just one of those things where... If we're really looking at expanding our audience, there's a couple things that we would need to do, which I don't know if we necessarily can just with our time, which would be streaming more often, starting streaming earlier, and streaming the new hotness all the time. Like whatever it is, the new game that people are talking about, we're streaming that, we're playing that, and we have to go longer, earlier.
But you don't necessarily love the new hot.
We don't always love the new
that
hot.
You're passionate about or interested about.
Exactly.
Or intrigued about.
I usually hate the new hot.
Right.
Or I'm at the very least, I'm indifferent to the new hot.
And sometimes they can be fun streams.
Like Gears of War.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, sometimes the new hot happens to coincide with what you're interested in.
Exactly.
And sometimes it doesn't.
But also really, we're a lot more akin to just a gaming talk show. We have something on in the background and we gibber about stuff. We're more a podcast personality which is fine. And then,
Our appeal is different than the normal appeal of a gaming stream.
exactly. So we're growing our audience naturally, and it is growing. Our YouTube views keep going up. Our Twitch views keep going up slowly but surely. So we like it.
And to be honest, before Rich told me that you guys, that he had me join in that one time Skype and whatnot and told me where to look, I had never heard of Twitch.
Oh yeah.
Whereas I've certainly heard of YouTube.
Well,
First time I heard of
you're not exactly
YouTube,
a
Mike was
gamer either.
over at our apartment down there, and he goes, "Look up YouTube," and I said the letter U, and he goes, "No, like YOU." So I mean, I had literally never heard of YouTube. I didn't know how to spell it.
Colonel
That was
Horse
a while
Mustard, I
ago.
don't know. I don't know if the
That was quite a while ago.
spooky board game stream is going to happen. I'm still trying to make it happen. We're going to see. If, like, for example, if Mike and Jay ever wanted to put together some sort of live thing, they would do it on YouTube. Because that's where their audience is. Mm-hmm. Rich and I were doing the gaming thing. Twitch is more gaming centric.
Yeah,
so
and that may be it too. I'm not really. I wouldn't consider myself a gamer. I mean, there's certainly some games I like, but
oh sure, but
I'm
if
not-
if for example, Mike or Jay ever said like, hey, let's us do a live stream about movie talk, they should do it on YouTube because
Yeah.
that's where their audience is already. But make it happen, Jack.
Aw, thank you. Love this.
The only reason I say that is,
Beyond.
the only reason I say that is because I came across an old school board switcher for multiple cameras that's all HDMI, so you could plug in 4 cameras to like an old school switcher and like pan or like wipe and have little cool effects, and it looks so neat. And I was like, ooh, I would want to play around with that, but it would never work for our show. And so I was like, maybe I'll talk to Jay and Mike and they could put together a live show and I could be their switcher.
Oh,
And I'll cut.
You can play with all your-
I'll cut to the camera. Camera B, zoom in. Camera B, switch.
do like blood dripping special effects or
Exactly.
confetti or balloons.
And diamond wipe, star wipe,
Swirly thingy, whatever that's called.
page turn wipe. So yeah.
Kind of like the digital full motion version of playing around with PowerPoint slides.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I'll talk to Jay and Mike about that. We'll put together a live.
Kind of really
chat about
fresh,
movie
really
shows,
precious, really silly. Just lots of gratuitous special effects, like a kid playing with toys.
That's all the first episode is going to be. Cut and wipe and wipe and wipe.
All right, I'm done for the night.
Oh no! Oh no!
I keep having bad luck.
Oh,
I had a good run in Baffords, so
that's good.
I feel good about that.
So this is like Thief for. Is that the game right there?
No,
Thief for PS4?
no, that's a different game
Is this
entirely.
the old
there.
computer game thing?
Yeah,
Looks better than I thought it would.
it's the HD mod.
Ooh.
The fans have been keeping Thief in good shape.
Okay, because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, I remember you playing this game years ago.
Am I-
and
Mike-
putting heavy blankets over the windows so it would be dark enough. And,
Am I giving this one more chance? I'm giving this one more chance.
and I thought,
All right.
the textures on this they don't look 15 years old or something. But I guess they're not. They're updated.
Yeah.
Chernobyl Kinsman has a very important question. Would Black Panther's ring react to Supergirl's boobs?
What is now? I'll fly my ignorance flag. What does Black Panther's ring do?
Well, and could Iron Man's chest beam cut through Supergirl's boobs? So that's no, obviously. Have you seen Captain America: Civil War?
No.
Hey, chat, before you get down on me, Rich just gets to play thief, so I'm going to talk about Bucky Barnes.
Rich has his hand over his face.
I went to
Like-
Cuddy's place to deliver the scepter, but Cuddy
So
wasn't
care.
there. He'd been arrested.
Bucky,
by
do you know
the
who Bucky
Hammerites.
Barnes is? Do you know who the Winter Soldier is?
Bucky isn't Bucky like
answer is
the
no.
Robin to
So hopefully
to
they'll
one of
never
these
catch
guys? Like
sight
they
of
all
me
have their
when I
little
break out of
sidekicks.
prison.
He was the Robin to Captain America
Which
in the
is
old
what I'm
comics.
going
But
to
okay,
do.
so in the new movies, the
They're
Winter
holding
Soldier
Cuddy in
has a
mining
metal arm,
complex carved out
and
of
his
a
metal
quarry.
arm is
The quarry's
bulletproof.
flooded, but the hammers still work.
It's like, you know, it's a prosthetic metal arm. It's like a
Captain
robot.
America's
arm.
sidekick got kidnapped by the Nazis and later
violate
Russians.
it.
Well,
and
you're
they-
spoiling a bunch of stuff. I'm trying not
Was
to
he
do
frozen
spoilers.
too?
And then they turned him into a super soldier bad guy that
Was he frozen
assassinated
too,
people.
or is he
It
like
would be
85
difficult to
now?
get in by way of the
They
main
keep
gate,
him
but there
frozen when they're not
is
using him as an
another option.
assassin.
Yeah.
The mines break the surface of a hill.
No, it's not
south
good.
of
He's
the
all
quarry.
brainwashed and messed up in the
I'll
head.
drop
Right.
into the mines
And he's got a big metal arm.
But here's the important part. He has a
Found
big metal
somewhere
arm that's
uphill to the
bulletproof.
north.
We don't know what the metal arm is made
The
of.
hammers don't
And he has a
venture into
fight
these
scene
lower mine
with
levels because
T'Challa,
they're
who's also known as the
reputedly
Black Panther.
I'd rather
And,
not have to do
T'Challa
this
has this
job,
ring,
but
and
Cuddy's
he
a
goes to
reliable
grab.
source
It
of
looks like he's
information
grabbing the metal
the
arm,
Hammerites
and the
abducted
ring
me.
starts going like his hand starts going like
And he
this.
owes me money
Now, the
for
thing you
the
need to know about the
Baffert
Black
job.
Panther is he is from Wakanda, and Wakanda is the country in which all of the vibranium comes from, and the vibranium is what Captain America's shield is made out of.
So
and
the arm's made out of that?
we don't know what his arm was made of, but I assumed it was. But here's the thing about Captain America's shield and vibranium in general is it is impact absorbent. So it's bulletproof, it's rocket proof, it's Thor's hammer proof. Anything that hits it doesn't break it. It's impenetrable. It's great. I assume that Bucky's arm was made out of that because T'Challa's ring goes like this, right?
It also conveniently deadens the impact, so when he gets hit
Yeah,
by a
that's
missile,
what I was
it
thinking.
doesn't send him
That's
back.
what I was thinking about. What about the shock, the recoil?
Well,
the
Captain America's super
transference
strong
of-
also.
No, that's the shield. That's the
Force.
vibranium. That's what the vibranium does. The vibranium.
Right.
I'm gonna fly my Marvel nerd flag here, right? Adamantium is the indestructible one.
Yeah.
Vibranium absorbs energy.
By what mechanism? I mean, do the molecules like?
Yeah.
The
Are they like
flow
little
jetsam
springs?
that's mixed in with the molecules of the metal
Yeah.
absorb hyperconductive energy streams
Yeah,
from
yeah.
kinetic impacts.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
So if you wore a diaphragm of that, would it protect you from Superman's sperm?
A vibranium diaphragm?
Yeah.
Lois Lane, a vibranium diaphragm?
Yes.
By the way, that solves both of our problems. Then Superman doesn't have to wear a kryptonite condom, and they can still have relations. That's
There
it.
we go.
We need the DC Marvel crossover event where Superman needs to steal vibranium so he can finally have sex. Superman is just so goddamn horny, and Wonder Woman keeps saying no, but Lois wants to, but he can't, or he'll kill her.
They need to have a character, just a businessman who starts a superhero condom company.
Batman's will have a bunch of little accessories around the rim. a little lube pack and a little
Yeah, vibrating pouch.
you push a little button and little bumps ridges come out, or you could retract them.
I have everything you need.
Yeah.
I am the knight. You're welcome, everyone. That's great. Okay, Game Child UK says, I agree. Clerks is
Says
an...
I am the knight. Is he saying that with an N or a K?
I am the knight.
Both. Both.
Game Child UK says, I agree. Clerks is an important film and one I enjoy a lot. Mallrats is a Kevin Smith that I really enjoyed despite being panned by critics. Also, one of Ben Affleck's first films. I like Dogma, too.
I named
Yeah.
one of our dogs after Brody.
I enjoyed Mallrats.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Mallrats is great.
Brody was named after Mallrats. Right?
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like the name. We were thinking about names for the dog, and I remember the character in there, and I thought, I like that name. I named the dog Brody.
When did you see Mallrats?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Years
Oh,
ago.
shit.
We watched that. We watched Clerks.
Did we watch it together?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Actually, I don't know if we did watch it together because I had it on VHS. I was watching it downstairs. I think I borrowed it from you.
All right, that's
Watched
possible.
it and watched it in my parents' basement. Shit, that was a long time ago.
No, and like
but I definitely saw it.
Mallrats was wonderful. You know, like seeing it as an older teenager, like you could just tell how much Kevin Smith loved cheesy old comedies. Like he poured his heart and soul into Mallrats, and it's so obvious. It's just so cliched, but still his sense of humor. it was a great leap from independent filmmaker to, I'll make a big budget boner comedy. It'll be great. It flopped, of course, but it notoriously flopped. But
It's charming in an 80s, 90s kind of way.
it's super
It was a
charming.
notorious flop? I didn't know that.
Oh, it
Really?
tanked. It tanked. It later found an audience on
Most things,
VHS.
a lot of things do, yes.
But in the theater, like it basically ruined most of his Hollywood cred. You know, he had made this giant indie film with Clerks, and everyone loved Clerks. Okay, we'll give him a simple boner comedy. And it did terrible in the theaters. And so they said, well,
What was the one after that? Chasing Amy?
Chasing Amy, which got him back his indie movie cred. Because when he did Mallrats, all the indie movie nerds, oh, he's not one of us anymore. I guess he's sold out. So then he does Chasing Amy, which brings back his indie cred. And then he goes to Dogma, which kind of everybody is okay with, I think. It's a little big movie. It's a little indie movie because it's controversial, right?
Yeah. You know, it had George Carlin as the Pope, so, I mean, or the Cardinal, so I guess it's all right.
Exactly. I like all of those movies. I even like Jersey Girl. I'm a defender of Jersey Girl.
I haven't seen that one.
I really like Clerks 2. Clerks 2 I think is super. Clerks 2 is the best kind of Kevin Smith filmmaking where all he's trying to do is make an allegory for how he's feeling at the moment. And like that's all Clerks 2 is him just wanting to go back to the source material and like wanting to make good films again or personal films again. Like I just want to make the movies I want to make. And so he made Clerks 2. And I think that's great.
So as a lifelong Wisconsinite,
Yeah.
Wisconsinite, right?
Sure, I'll take it.
As a lifelong Wisconsinian,
Ooh, better.
how did you feel about the fact that the angel kind of hell allegory was that he had been stuck in Wisconsin?
Not
for
hell,
centuries?
purgatory.
Purgatory, which was Wisconsin.
Purgatory is the Milwaukee airport. Which, you know, I
A
can...
nice bookstore.
It's got one of the greatest bookstores, actually.
Yeah.
Renaissance Books
Yeah.
in the Milwaukee airport is one of the finest used bookstores.
So you know,
in all of
you
Milwaukee.
can't hate too much on an airport that's got a quality used bookstore.
That's, you know what? That's just kind of lazy writing. Milwaukee is just the butt of every joke where it's like, name a city that everyone seems to hate. I don't know, Milwaukee.
I kind of like it. I have to say, I'm liking Wisconsin.
I think Milwaukee's a fine city to live in. But no, and you know what? I haven't even seen, what was his cop movie? Bad Cop?
No one remembers.
No one remembers. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Tusk. I haven't seen Red States. I fell off the liking Kevin Smith's movies bandwagon a while ago.
Yeah, it's cold in Wisconsin. It's also cold in Chicago, cold in Minnesota, cold in Ohio,
Cop
cold
out.
in Indiana.
Cold in New York.
Not as much. They hit the ocean, kind of mediating their weather a little. But they get hurricanes. If a hurricane comes up this far, all it does is flood.
But fewer, brother.
And that has to be
fewer.
a big one.
Youths in this time seek to learn about gold and
Let's see here. Oh, it
politics.
looks like Evil Kumquat
honest
has an answer about...
Evil Kumquat.
Evil Kumquat has an answer
I
about
love
shaving, Superman shaving. Gold Kryptonite razor. It turns hair normal human hair, so it could... Oh, it does gold in the Superman universe. Gold Kryptonite apparently turns them human. There's different colored kryptonites that do different things.
I've
It's
heard
such a
that,
load
but
of
I
crap.
wasn't familiar with
Red
it.
kryptonite makes them very angry and emotional.
No.
Yes.
Red is the weird one. Well, I don't know, but the modern comics have changed it, but it had random effects. Red.
But yeah, turning it into
Back
regular
in the
human hair
day.
would be a
Like,
good
red
idea.
could turn him fat, red could turn him into a dog,
Oh, that would be cool.
In
red could turn him evil.
I
Red
thi-
was, like, whatever the
I
fuck
th-
we feel like doing, there's
Be like
red kryptonite.
The Animal Avengers.
I think in new one, or at least in the Supergirl series, she came across some red kryptonite.
That's the Supergirl series. That's not the classic comic book red kryptonite. I'm sorry, Jack.
So red kryptonite was like random.
Yeah.
They're saying, isn't that the
Okay.
blue one, Rich?
There's a blue one too.
What did Red do in the classic comics?
Red. Oh, maybe I don't know. They're saying all sorts of different stuff. Red splits him into two. Red turns him into a baby.
Oh, all these different random things?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Okay, but so the idea then, which makes sense, is to use a kind of kryptonite that turns it into normal hair.
The gold kryptonite, which would turn the hair into normal human hair so it could get cut. Also, do Jay and Mike hate animated films? Yes. I think RLM has
They're
done...
not animators. What do you want them to say about an animated film?
Has done only 2 on Best of the Worst. Yeah, you know, they're filmmakers.
They have no animated movie experience.
Right.
They're not going to tell you anything useful.
A big part of both Half in the Bag and Best of the Worst is us talking about production value. And you lose all of that when you talk about an animated movie. You can only talk about the art or how bad the animation is, which is a very limited scope. Actually, I had a little bit of a back and forth. The editor of Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a movie I really enjoyed. I was tweeting back and forth with him.
I've heard nothing but good things about that movie.
It's fantastic. It's very simple. The story is very simple, and you will know exactly what all the twists are. But it's gorgeous and imaginative and everything an animated feature should be. But the editor of Kubo was begging me to shove more animated movies in front of Jay and Mike, and there's just so much I can do.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you seen Song of the Sea? You want to talk about beautiful animated movies? It's the one where the kid's mom is a kelpie, like a seal.
You know what? I want to say I have.
It's got a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, and it's just gorgeous.
But it's not clicking any bells. Well, I watch a lot of them with the kids, and so like a
watch
lot
Song
of
of the
them,
Sea with the kids.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
A lot of them go through. Let's see. So yeah, we animated is just probably not going to happen. Nope. Shadow Elite 5, a question for you, Hack Frauds. Batman and Superman team up versus Space Cop. Who wins the fight? Batman and Superman versus Space Cop. Who wins the fight?
Space Cop's laser is capable of penetrating Superman's hide.
Okay.
So Space Cop would win.
Well, yeah, and the fight is in space away from Earth's yellow sun, so Space Cop wins.
Space Cop would win.
Because Batman wouldn't have any time to like
He doesn't
set
have
up
a spaceship.
tracks. Who?
Batman.
No, let's say Batman has a spaceship.
Well, it's what, like a space shuttle?
You are going to
Come
shoot.
on.
You're going to shoot him
Come
well
on.
before
Space
he's
Cop's
able
got
to
technology
do everything. Yeah.
from 40 years in the future.
Yeah.
40 years.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Batman has a spaceship. He's going to come at you. You're going to shoot him well before he can deploy any countermeasures.
Can Superman travel faster than light?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
What effect does this have on his aging or time?
None.
progression?
Space Cop.
Batman with Superman's powers. Benevolent dictator or the ultimate fascist?
He asked me this today.
The mind of Batman
Batman.
with the powers
He
of
has
Superman.
all of Superman's powers. Ultimate fascist or benevolent dictator?
Ultimate fascist.
Ultimate fascist?
Ultimate fascist.
I told him I was more interested in the reverse.
Superman.
Superman with
Superman with all of Batman's skills. Here's the question. Now, here's the question. Because she asked this, and I did think it was more interesting. Does Clark Kent, because he's not Superman now,
Right.
He doesn't have the Kryptonian powers. With all of Batman's skills and knowledge and abilities, does he still fight crime? Because he doesn't have the same motivations that Batman has. Superman seems to fight because, he has those grand powers, and that's, how he responsibly uses them. Go ahead.
Does he have the money? If he has Bruce Wayne's all his skills,
No.
He has his martial arts, his detective abilities, his athleticism, but no superhuman athleticism.
If he has the money, yeah, he would be the ultimate
well-trained
philanthropist.
athlete with fighting skills and
detective skills,
super
sleuthing skills.
if he had the money, If he had all of Bruce Wayne's money, he would not fight crime. He would only be a philanthropist and
Yes.
help as many people as he
Yes.
can. Because assuming he's still working on a reporter's salary, but he has all of these skills, he would kind of fight crime. I don't
think so.
I don't think
I
he
think
would.
I think he becomes the ultimate reporter.
Well, that's
he's got
the thing.
Batman's detective shit. He might uncover crimes that are going on, but he's not going to go out of his way to fight crime.
No. Kind of fight crime.
Okay.
He is not going to like stop a bank robbery from happening. He's the one that's going to find where the gang is hiding out and tell the police.
He's going to
he's
expose
Woodward
all of
Bernstein
the
or
corruption.
Exactly. Basically, what I'm saying is I would much rather read that story than any Batman story. I would this sounds like a great story.
Noticed thou anything
Is
there?
just someone who
Something
really
over there.
cares and is a good detective.
Dick Tracy.
Dick Tracy. Fletch. It's Fletch. Everyone read Fletch, the Fletch novels. They're great.
Clark Kent, Private Dick, and a cape. You know, you wear that cape and you're going to give it away.
Yes, Gamma 01. He would be the ultimate Hardy Boy.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he would be, and that's all I want. That would be great. Of course, if he had all those billions of dollars, he would just set up charity organizations and, you know, actually do something to solve all the crime in Gotham instead of just punching people in the face.
Go, 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 go. All right.
You know,
Sorry.
I wouldn't mind watching The Ultimate Hardy Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I like some of those, you know, shows where people are cartoonishly good. It's a nice change of pace.
The
It's a
Evil Dead Tim?
simpler life.
No, don't watch the movie Fletch. Read the Fletch books. I don't think the movie is very good. The Fletch books are fantastic detective books with a fun, interesting character. All the Fletch books are great. I don't much care for the movie.
Scum had
I think
never
it's
faced
kind of bad.
tribulation
I know a
in
lot of
their
people like the
lives.
Fletch movie, the Chevy Chase Fletch movie. Have you seen it?
Sleep again for his
A lot of people like this, and I don't know where they're getting it from
Quiets now.
because the book is fantastic, and I don't care for the movie.
Death
But
or Doran's will be the
Fletch.
same for him in the end.
Does he have a silver thing around his neck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's his collar.
yeah, the Fletch movie is based off of the book Fletch. Read the book because the book is
I
fantastic.
haven't seen it. Is he like Dick Tracy or Nancy Drew or?
Fletch is a newspaper reporter,
Okay.
and I don't want to give too much away. If you like, imagine. What am I? I'm trying to think of a good comparison.
When I
here.
was a kid, I liked the Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys and
Now-
the Lucky Star. You ever read the Lucky Star books?
No, I never read those,
They
but I
were-
read Hardy Boys.
They were Isaac Asimov, originally written under a pen name called Paul French, and they were written in the 60s. Long enough ago that they had Japanese people as the first people on the moon. But it's just like space cowboy, you know, do-gooder in space, fun fantasy stuff. But anyway, Fletch, sorry.
No, that's all right. And I was just checking out the chat. So like imagine that kind of like a very detailed detective book, except for the main character is kind of an asshole. And a little self-centered and cracks jokes all the time.
House MD?
Yes. So it's like a little Sherlock, a little Hardy Boys, a little like it's a little house, and it's
That
fantastic.
does sound good.
It's a really great
It's
read.
just called, the first one just called Fletch?
It's
or
just called
who's
Fletch.
the author?
Great question. I have a. I
I
will.
can Google it.
I was gonna say if you can't find them, I will just bring in a stack of Fletch books because I have all of them and I've read them all several times.
I'll loan you one of the Lucky Star books if you want to check it out.
There we go. We'll do a book
Said,
swapper.
If the foundation is weak, do well.
Yes,
in
Rich is
natural
wearing
state.
headphones so he
You
can
ask it
hear
to
the
read
game
for
better
itself.
because this game
Nay,
you
tear
need
it
to
down
hear
and
it in
begin
order to
anew.
play it
So
correctly.
shall it be with all my children.
Karen,
Whether they be
says the real
stone
fan.
or flesh.
I have a feeling you would be the one to talk to about this, not Rich. As a musician, I beg you not to play Mendelssohn's Wedding March of Parchabel's
Vigilance is our
Canon
shield
in D for
that
your wedding.
protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon.
Ecobell can
with
that
which we
one
carve a
with the
path
yeah.
to an
Why would you play that
enlightened future.
with a wedding?
Okay, that's a normal. That's like a wedding match.
Oh, I was thinking of about Packable Cannon and D or whatever. Like I've heard like the
Vigilance is
Vienna
our
Boys
shield
choir do that.
that
It's like
protects us from
heartbreaking.
the squalid past. Knowledge is
They're
our
fine
weapon,
pieces, says the
with
real
which we
van,
carve a
but
path
a bit
to an enlightened
cliched, and
future.
your wedding musicians have played them a million times. I would suggest the choral from Holst's Jupiter. It's really beautiful and less well known.
How about Thus Spake?
Vigilance is our
Thus
shield
spake
that
Zarathustra.
protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon. with
The
which we
2001
carve a
music.
path
There we go.
to an
Ah.
enlightened future.
Rich and I's wedding is going to be a casual affair. We're not going to do a wedding DJ and a bunch of stuff. I want it to be low key,
Yeah.
just friends, you know, with music,
Vigilance is
whatever
our
we like.
shield
Nirvana,
that protects us from the squalid past.
classic rock.
There you
Knowledge
go.
is our weapon, with which we
Play
What
the
is
theme
going
from
on
Full
over
House
there?
as your wedding march.
No.
Zibbity dop da dow.
Thy shadow shall not
I,
cloak
you know,
thee forever.
everybody, Jack, who's your age, seems to have fond memories of that show.
I know I'm a little younger than you.
And you know,
yeah.
I think it just has to do with what age you were when it came out, because
Come,
Rich and I don't really have fond memories of that show.
Seaside games
I mean, I
and
remember
face me.
thinking John's
My
at the
brothers.
time that John Stamos was hot, but that's about it.
Sure.
Oddly enough, he still is. At least last time I looked.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
shocking.
Oh yeah, Stamos has kept it up.
Well, up in years. But
Yeah, you know,
to do
like
that.
for a lot of us, you know, like I knew in my household, I had a pretty strict mom, and it was like she would monitor what we watched, and so like we just didn't get to watch a lot of shows. And Full House was
Yeah.
the family-friendly show that you could watch, and so
It's like my parents didn't really care what I watched or how violent it was, as long as nobody was boinking on screen.
oh sure, boinking.
Yeah. And we didn't have cable until I was in high school, so you know, there wasn't really any access to Skinamax or anything.
One would think these scum.
Let's see here. The off switch says, "Gee, idiots! Everyone knows Superman ejaculates just one super sperm about the size of a large salmon. Have you even read the comics? How does that come out of his? What is his dick hole
Superman,
like?
that's not gonna bother him.
But
Shoots out of his
and I guess
belly.
you know what? We don't know if Superman has a dick or not. He could just have a giant hole where the salmon sperm comes out.
He could. He could have love darts like a snail.
Yeah, isn't that the joke? There's like a million jokes about
Yeah.
that, like Lois and Superman finally getting together
Yeah.
and his tentacles come out or whatever.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Now you lay your eggs," and I
Yeah.
no, that's not how it works here on Earth. But of course, he grew up on Earth, so he knows what normal sex is, what Earth sex is.
See, I grew up watching wholesome shows. I used to watch a lot
Vigilance
of.
is our shield. that
At night
protects
before I
us
go to
from
bed
the
every night, I
squalid
used to watch
past.
Benny Hill, and then I got
Knowledge
into
is
Are
our
You
weapon,
Being Served?
with which we carve a path.
That's good. Those are good shows for kids, right?
What?
Are You Being Served and the Benny Hill Show? Good shows
Oh,
for kids.
sure. Yeah, those are great. Benny Hill, classic kids show. Ew. Gruff McMillian says there are different levels of Jack is wrong. Linda Carter versus Hamilton equals minor Jack is wrong. Jack doesn't like Farscape equals
Major.
Jack is very wrong. And who doesn't want to see Wonder Woman versus the Terminator? I just think Wonder
Vigilance
Woman
is
would
our
win
shield
too easily,
that
but
protects us from the squalid
Terminator's,
past.
you know,
Knowledge
not
is
a
our
super
weapon,
threat if you have
with
if you're
which we
super
carve
strong
a
and
path to an
have a, you
enlightened
know,
future.
unbreakable wrist guards and you can fly.
Was half the appeal of Terminator at the
Oh,
time
stop!
the
Who art
CGI?
thou?
Because I remember just having my mind blown by the Metal Man
Nope.
thing.
Oh,
When I
T2?
was, yeah.
Absolutely.
When that came out.
Yeah.
When I was a kid.
He could turn into anyone. Well, and just like also the way it was done, like he could turn into anyone. Oh, the
And
cool
the liquid
metal
metal
droopy
thing.
thing.
That was some very cutting edge CGI.
Absolutely.
About 1989 or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, no, and you know what? You get Arnold. You get the big gun action. You get it's great. But I mean, like original Terminator.
He quiets now.
I don't think that Terminator would be much of a threat.
The same
Like, even with someone who, like, just knew Kung Fu and had their shit together. Like, Kyle Reese fucking could handle him mostly. Like, so I think even, you know, the original Terminator versus Wonder Woman is going to be no contest.
Oh, yeah.
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 Everyone knows Super Sperm looks like the robot.
Anyone
that
Kyle
Agent
Reese
Smith
could take
injected to
out.
Mr. Anderson.
That's
Wonder
the thing.
Woman can
Matrix.
handle.
Kyle Reese and a waitress managed to deal with the first Terminator. I'm pretty sure
Wonder Woman is worth Kyle Reese and a waitress.
At least. V. Bruno, I talked about this a little earlier. Yes, I'm loving the spooky Overwatch update. Love the outfits. I like the spooky Hollywood map, and the brawl is very fun. I've played the brawl a couple times, and I'm already, like, I'm not sick of it, but I'm kind of done with it already. I've played it a couple times, and I'm just going back to quick play. So I think I now am comfortable enough with my mouse setup where I'm going to start a little competitive play in Overwatch.
One would think
Which
these
is
scum had
very,
never
you know, like,
faced
that's where you start
tribulation
getting,
in
like,
their
ranked and
lives.
stuff, and have to actually, like, pay attention and talk to people on a microphone, and I've never done, like, a ranked match before, and I'm very excited. So,
Good.
because now I can
Death or
actually aim with a
endurance
mouse
will be the
and
same
hit people,
for him.
which is crazy. Like, you move the mouse and move it to where you want to shoot at people, and people die, and it's so, like, and you just don't get to do that with the controller, so it's so weird. It's so weird. Where are we? Oh yeah, we read that one. Cold Star XV86. Hey guys, was late to the stream, so apologies if it's already been brought up. Tommy Wiseau's new movie. It looks like The Room 2 in all but name.
He's not naked, is he?
I like to think Johnny faked his death to start a new life.
You ask it to report itself.
Here's the question I will bring up with that. Is Tommy Wiseau able to make another The Room?
No.
Or is he too self-aware?
Can he get any uglier? Because we've seen him naked.
Oh.
Has he gotten worse? Or is he like Keith Richards, where he actually gets more normal looking with age?
Vigilance is our shield.
I'm just, you know, like, I don't want people to get their hopes too up. Tommy Wiseau is very aware of why he's famous.
Does he embrace it?
I think so. He used to go to midnight screenings of The Room. You know, he was on the Tim and Eric show right when The Room came out. He acts in other bad movies. You know,
So he's not Ed Wood.
right. He is comfortable with his fame, I think,
Or infame.
or infamy. Yes,
Don't remember how the fuck to get past this jerk.
figure it out. Hey, MC Lucas says, thanks for the stream. Regarding YouTube streaming, I'd be worried about splitting the audience. Yes, some may prefer one over the other, but I think it's more important to keep it simple. Yeah, and that's what Rich was saying is, we already have a hard time, like, just keeping up with one chat and tips.
Yeah.
Like, now we have this chat and YouTube chat, and if YouTube has some sort of tipping thing and these tips where it's like,
Yeah, people are going to feel neglected if you're never interacting with any of them ever.
Of course.
For him in the end.
Because there's, you know, because you've got multiple screens going on and everything else.
Exactly.
But I just wondered, you know, if you... But I guess you already do put stuff up on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I have to think.
Chat, I know about the light flicker to run by when the light flicker. Actually, I tried that last time. It didn't work. But, I mean, I kind of want to take them out so I don't have to worry about it when I have to come back through there.
Oh, sure. Osmike, I see your tip. Apparently, Osmike, for some reason, has not... his subscription hasn't auto-renewed, and so Osmike would like a fucking with his subscription.
We can hire a whore.
No, like it's been over 20 months, so he wants us to say fucking.
Right.
We're not hiring him a whore. Or her a whore. Probably him, because Mike, but...
Osmike, over 20 fucking months in a row! Thank you!
I was thinking more like when it came up, like...
I mean, we might forget.
We might forget.
We might forget.
You're right.
I forget fucking everything.
So you're shooting arrows at these people. Is there audio with that? This game, right? You
Yeah.
shoot arrows?
Yeah.
Do you hear the arrows go?
What do you mean?
Like if it
Yeah.
if it went into a wall,
Do they
would
make
it,
silencers for arrows?
would
like,
they-
like ruffle feathers or
Vigilance
something?
is our
Do
shield.
the-
Well,
go-
I'm not shooting too many off
Okay.
near them.
I'm just wondering if they make
Knowledge is our
silencers for
weapon,
arrows.
with
Maybe
which
you can
we
like
carve
change
a
the,
path.
Probably
the
not.
aerodynamics of an
Future.
arrow so that it doesn't do that.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get him out of there without. You know what? I'll probably do it.
Oh, don't
I
worry
have
about it. Gruff McMilitary. I know that was a joke. The
Vigilance is
Jack
our
is
shield
wrong levels.
that
That's fine,
protects
Gruff.
us from
Don't
the
let
squalid
chat
past.
give you shit for
Knowledge is our weapon.
you joking
with
around.
which we
Who goes there? Who made that noise?
Look at his funny
Thy
hammer.
trickery shall not last.
Osmike says
That-
that you can hire him a whore. I think he's taking it over.
Thy retribution.
Nope.
Nope.
What flavor whore do you
But-
like?
By the way, Rich, though, with the graphics,
Yeah.
that looks like a croquet hammer. That
I'm sorry, Jack.
I'm just letting you know. I'm not judging. That looks very much like a wooden croquet hammer.
This came out in 1989.
Right.
They want to know, Rich, if you played Star Trek Armada too.
No.
And the builder said, if the foundation is weak, do you wail and gnash your teeth? Do you ask it to repair itself? Nay, you tear it down
Where's
and
all
begin
this
anew.
crap that's going
So
on
shall
in
it be with all my
headphones
children,
and talking
whether they be
louder?
stone or flesh.
That's the game.
Yeah.
Is that an omniscient narrator, or
Thinkest
is
thou
that one
to
of the
make mock of me?
characters?
That's the guard
Show
moderator
thyself.
himself.
Oh, it's nuts.
He's saying his prayers
Oh,
Thy shadow shall not
saying his
cloak thee
prayers
forever.
to lumber, or
to the builder,
To the builder.
the master builder.
Sari Chen says howdy. So somebody
Oh, God, he's not a
mentioned
fisherman.
so somebody mentioned time stamping certain events topics on your YouTube uploads, and that does sound like a neat idea to consider if it's not too cumbersome.
The room, you
The
fuck.
builder
We-
shall spy thee if I cannot.
We do, we try to like kind of give a general idea of like, oh, here's the order in which we talk about things on the stream. Going to specific time codes would be considerably more.
We're not doing it.
It would be so much more work that it just wouldn't.
It's fucking 4 hours of stream, like 8 hours of stream a week to listen to.
Oh,
Yeah.
602. We can't talk about Superman's dick anymore.
Well, right, and then it's like we jump around a lot, so it's like we try to give you just a general idea. Time stamping stuff like that's read the comments, and if someone's really into doing that, put that in the comments section, and then it'll be up-liked
Whether they be stone
enough.
or
Yeah, if
flesh.
somebody wants to volunteer to do that, they're certainly welcome to listen through 4 hours of it and make
I heard that.
an outline.
Show thyself.
Exactly, and put that in
consequences.
a comment, and then that comment will be thumbs up enough where it'll be the top comment. And if you would
Thy
like to do that,
shadow
that's
shall
fine.
not
But I
cloak thee
probably
forever.
no. I mean, we won't. Rich and I won't. I can tell you that. Also, more play sessions. Yes, I've been a little busy.
That's how we do it.
That's how you do it. But yes, I do want to get more Necropolis in Sari Chen. Also, I already have Don't Starve Together. Karen just did a little dance in front of the TV
Obnoxious
screen.
and adorable.
If she wasn't Marion Rich, oh, he would just get up and slap her.
Oh, those reusable?
So if we want to do Don't Starve Together, we can do that too.
I didn't know those were reusable.
What?
The noise arrows. I never used them much. I always used the broadhead usually.
Okay.
'cause they were effective. Noise arrows distract guards.
Oh,
Some-
yeah, I saw it.
Some
It
type
did a
of
little
arrows
bit-
you can pick back up. I thought noise uses were one-time use.
Oh, and you just picked it back
I
up?
just picked it back up.
Nice.
I've been playing this game for how long, and I didn't know that. I think it's because usually when I use a noise arrow, it's like towards guards. I don't want to be near that area. Just
Sure.
get them away from me. I'll go this way.
And then you never cross
I never
that
used.
area again.
I never used one as a lure to knock someone out before. So that's
Nice.
learn something new every 20 years.
Nice. Nice.
Huh.
Gobbledygook says most successful streamers that I've seen play the same shit all the time that they like. They're successful because they network, host other streams, know each other, community raid, and TwitchCon. That's also true if we want, but you know, Rich and I just aren't those type of gamers where, you know, we're not going to be the people that like master the one game and play it over and over again. We'll just, you know.
I kind of did that with Dead Rising.
Oh, that's true.
I just mastered it very quickly. Yeah, you can.
They're asking for a save scum, Rich. They want you to
All
save.
right.
Save scum.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna go home on my own without distractions all over the place, and I'm gonna do this without fucking save scumming.
I'll make sure I distract you.
How did I have Don't Stop? So I think someone gifted it to. I was looking at my gift inventory, and I think I have it already.
You know what? Leaning in and blackjacking through the window sounds very familiar. That's probably how I did it way back in the day. I tried the side leans, but I should have done the forward lean, which I don't think I have bound right now, but that's just because I don't have it bound.
Blueberry, Rich has a gaming plan, and the first part of the plan is to play through the first Thief series. He needs to then take a short break from his plan and play Gears 4. Then after that, I believe he wants to play Dishonored.
Yes.
Yes.
My job will be to distract him and make him watch Narcos.
She's been very good at that.
He's got to work, Karen. Let the man work.
Well, I haven't been in a rush because you haven't been in a rush to play Thief.
Exactly.
On my own, I got through Baffords and part of this level, but Karen's been relentless with wanting to watch Narcos and play Bookworm.
Yeah, the bookworm is...
I'm now ready to play Thief. And you know, we'll try to do a Thief and Gears thing. Actually, and you know what? Here's my other problem is this morning actually I downloaded both of the Thieves 1 and 2, and I was all ready to start playing, and I'm out of hard drive space, so I had to order a new hard drive.
You don't have enough room for Thief in there?
How big is your hard drive?
For the gameplay footage that I have to capture, like an external hard drive, so I could capture gameplay footage to use in an episode.
Plugins are cheap now.
Oh yeah, no, and it's fine. Like Amazon same day delivery, really cheap. But I needed a hard drive, and or else we can't use any gameplay footage. So that was a big hindrance. Where it's like I could have gotten some playtime in today, but didn't.
And how long did it take for them to deliver it?
Oh, it didn't come before I left, so it's just like same day before 8, and which is great. I mean, it's fantastic. But just one of those things where like I could have paid $30 extra and went to the store, but then it's like, $30. That's another copy of Thief 1 and 2.
I forget how this works. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Well, Craig Nation says, hi, Jack, Rich, and Karen. During our interview, I mentioned our web series, Bagged and Bored. We recently released a trailer for it. Check it out sometimes. Thank you, Craig Nation. We will.
That's what comic books, probably?
Yes. Bagged and Bored.
B-O-A-R-D? B-O-R-E-D.
B-O-R-E-D.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe that's the pun. Because you put comic books in bags with boards in back of them to keep them from being damaged. For those who do not comic board.
I am all about the digital comics. The colors are so rich and saturated on my tablet, and I don't have to worry about...
Oh, that opened 5.
...about the physical condition of anything.
I love digital comics.
Yeah.
I've read way more comics since I've gotten into digital comics. Yep. Did Steam just eat my $15? And I don't know, Sarah Chen. Or it's like maybe we had Don't Starve on the prereq gift account. Because I have my Steam account and we also have the prereq Steam account. So I don't know.
But I do like for the comic books, like when they released like the special edition, like hardcover things. Like I want to get the one with Saga.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the first 3 volumes, and it's like a big, fat, delicious hardcover book.
Big, fat, delicious hardcover book. Ugh. Delicious book. Loner Archon says, why is Twitch assuming You are streaming the remake of Thief.
Jack said it, and he probably did it wrong. Did you put Thief, not Thief the Dark Project?
No, just Thief. Oh, yeah. Are they two
They
different?
called the remake Thief. When the original came out, it was called Thief the Dark Project.
This is the...
And then technically the one we're playing, which I didn't see listed at all because I did try to change this earlier, was Thief Gold. This version is actually Thief Gold. It's just not listed.
This is the problem with colons, people. This is the problem with colons. Hold your horses.
Or calling a remake not a sequel.
Thief the Dark Project.
All right, old man.
And
Let's get you out of here.
I just fixed it for the last half hour of this
You ever
stream.
referred to it as the Dark Project?
Good thing you're dying,
It was
Cuddy.
Yeah, of course.
Kill you for stiffing.
Well, they called the fourth one Thief.
They called the fourth one in the series the simplest title.
Yeah, I guess that could potentially be confusing.
It was to me.
That the word thief and the other one said subtitles that those were
Absolutely.
sequels.
Absolutely.
I could see that.
And so it's like, oh, we're playing, and that's what Rich always calls a thief. Well, we're playing Thief. There's Thief. All of them are other Thief colon Dark Masters. What'd you do?
I got hammered in the back of my head.
Oh.
I'm not quite sure why. Well, that sucked.
Yep. Yep. Also, did you know Dolph Ziggler beats...
Yes, he beats everybody. Who's Dolph Ziggler?
Oh. That sounds like a spoiler, so I'm not going to read it out loud, Loner Archon. Hey Jack, says Tired and Sad, have you watched BoJack Horseman? Although it leans pretentious, it's actually one of the best comedy dramas out there. I know Rich does.
I like it.
I've seen a couple episodes. Not bad.
I like Will Arnett. He's very funny. He's the voice.
I'm just not a huge television watcher, period. So, you know.
Except for Narcos. You're super into Narcos.
I'm super into Narcos lately, yeah. There are a few that I get super into, like Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
That's great. That's great.
And I really like Transparent.
Oh. Well, Sari-chan, then get your $15 back. Because we got it. We got it already. I have a gift of it somewhere. We have not played any of the Witcher games, Colonel Rich Mustard. Favorite David Fincher movie, go. David, favorite movie.
Fight Club.
That's a good one.
What are his other movies?
That's a good, and that was just what I was going to say.
Is he the one who did Pulp Fiction?
No. He did Fight Club.
See, I'm terrible at movies.
He did Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. That's Fincher, right? He did Gone Girl. Maybe.
These all like snickers based on books. Huh?
Yeah. He did. Did Fincher do Social Network?
Yes, I think he did. Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
There we go. Zodiac. Alien 3.
Well, so far I've only seen one of those, and I liked it. Fight Club
Ooh,
was good.
Seven's good. Yeah, Seven's good.
Saw that.
Probably Fight Club. If these are all the ones that we've listed, Fight Club would probably be my favorite.
Fight
too.
Club is like arguably my favorite movie of all time, so the
Rich
answer is
used to
Fight
be
Club.
like the Fight Club acolyte. Like he used to like, our friends would come over and he would like, you know, like some people try to like push Jesus on you, know, for people who don't want Jesus, so they try to give it to them.
Afraid you're gonna be
Rich would try to
disappointed.
convert people to Fight Club.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Fight
They
Club?
always appreciated it.
Stiffing me again.
Every time they loved it.
Puppy. But I owe you. So
Panic Room? He did
Felix
Panic
went after
Room?
the Horn of Quintus down at Bonehold.
Now I want to watch Panic Room.
Notes.
Turtle of the Wise says saw Shin Godzilla last night.
Box.
Super disappointed.
Loot collection.
Oh, that's the
Stairs. Officers' quarters.
new Godzilla movie
Once you're up there,
from
Japanese
Japan.
Oh, wow. They made crappy Godzilla movies for 40 years. It's a big shock they made another
He
one.
has a trackpad and a touchscreen. I've got him done it.
Because it's a
Ah,
you can do this and just turn it into tablet
see.
if you so
Sexy.
felt.
Thundering about here.
And then it's like, you know, some people you can
Oh, use it like a tent.
do it like a tent and whoa, right? But it just sits better on. Come here.
It's convenient to sit it on its nice heavy keyboard.
Right. Uh-oh, I broke it. Now it's upside down.
The orientation is wrong.
No, hold on. I think I need to go back to tablet mode and then fix my orientation. And oh wait, no. Do it like this. There we go. And then okay, there we go. Oh, he did Benjamin Button too. That's true. I think that's right. Okay, so sorry. Shin Godzilla, super disappointing. A few great scenes, but by and large, just literally people sitting in a room talking politics. Turtle the Wise, have you never seen an old Godzilla movie? This is something that's very important to know. That's literally all they are. It's people in rooms talking politics, and then maybe 2 or 3 Godzilla fights. That's all the old Godzilla movies are, and they're great. They're fucking great. That's, yeah, you just described to me the perfect Godzilla movie. As long as there's a guy in a big rubber suit destroying fake city, I'm happy.
So why don't we just splice up the debates, the presidential debates with Godzilla fight scenes?
That's all I want. That's all I want is a presidential debate.
My opponent, blah, 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 jobs and blah, blah, blah.
Jack has never been more correct, says Gruff McMilitary. Finally, my knowledge of old Godzilla movies pays off. But, you know what? I didn't see the American remake of Godzilla because I wasn't interested. I like the cheesy Godzilla. I like the man in the big rubber costume.
Yeah, I think most people like Godzilla for the cheese factor.
Right.
Have you ever seen Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Maybe.
Rich isn't real fond of it.
It's
but
fine. I don't hate it.
It makes fun out of cheesy B movies.
Oh, okay.
Like they intentionally have bad dubbing and just see it.
Okay.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is fun.
Sure.
See, this is how they do the map in Thief.
Oh, I like the
am
look
I
of
just
that.
as loud? I'm sorry.
I like the look of that.
Yeah.
That's nice. No, there's no UR. Is there a
Nope.
UR here? Yeah, that's super important. You just have to understand the layout by walking through it.
Really going
Yeah.
to miss her. A tomato ate my sister. It's got a great theme song.
Oh, they did. They had a Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
I remember the
They
cartoon.
had a Nintendo game too. It wasn't very good.
Oh well.
I had to pick it up because of the fan of the
Surprise.
movie. I have a pretty good collection of 8-bit cartridges.
Oh,
After
sure.
my
Someone
parents'
come.
Crawl space.
Tired and sad says people don't realize the original Terminator is essentially a sci-fi horror interpretation of Carpenter's Halloween. Innocent girl stalked by an unstoppable human, not as complex as its fans say. Ooh, I think that there could be an argument for that. There could be an argument for that. I would have to give some thought.
If thou be there,
These cartoons.
bespeak thyself.
First, Rich,
Yeah.
I know not.
do you have a moment?
No.
Do you have a moment to be George Lucas?
No, what do you want?
Tired and Sad would like George Lucas to describe the anxiety about this upcoming presidential election.
Oh, what? The presidential election, the anxiety?
Mhm.
Oh, well, I guess it's pretty bad. There's Trump, and he's like a white slaver.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Hillary, and Hillary's a woman. She would be the country's first female president, which that's a thing.
It's a little known fact.
That's a little unfair. There has not been a female president before Hillary.
Well,
And thank you for your insight, George Lucas. That's exactly what George Lucas would say. It's just like, either way, I still have $80 billion. And I will probably have $82 billion, no matter which one of them is president. I'm going to go back and play with my toys now.
If I still owned Lucasfilm, I would probably vote for Trump.
Look there, he's got a bow.
he says he's going to lower my taxes.
Little known fact, Taft was really a chick. Yeah. All right, let's see. Anonymous, Rich.
Transitioning was probably a good choice.
For Taft?
Yes.
Yeah, he was an ugly chick.
Help me.
Rich, Shadow Warrior 2 gets released on October 13th.
That's great.
Are you going to play it?
I don't know.
Okay, great.
No, probably got too much other shit on my plate.
We got others. Yeah, I'm sorry. We got
Too
other
many
shit.
games, too little time.
We have a plan. You know what the plan is? A mixture of Thief 1 and 2, Gears of War 4,
Dishonored.
Dishonored.
And if I'm not fed up on kind of immersive stealth games, Deus Ex.
Right.
And in between, I'm going to, kind of try to drag him out of the house once in a while.
Nope.
and-
You're the reason I'm not halfway through my plan right now, young lady.
Balance. All about balance. Hey!
What? Oh, great.
Oh, you took that. See, that's what you get for a public display of affection. You get.
I hate you. I hate you.
I joke because I like you.
There's no way I'm getting through this level.
Okay.
tonight. This is a long level, and I played. And I stupidly put it on expert, which
Yeah.
means I got like a shitload of objectives.
Oh,
So
sure.
put it on
I
idiot.
am probably not going to play an expert.
Yeah.
I want
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Good.
I might recommend at least normal. I don't know.
That's what I would
Play in
usually do.
moron mode and get right through this
I
level.
would usually do normal.
Half the time in easy, you don't even dig it out with the object. You just find the object and it ends, and I'm like,
Here, sounds risky. Here's the reason for Gears is for the main show, we need a balance of indie, AAA, old and new, and we just had.
For what it's worth, I like Gears 1 and 2.
Right.
I don't hate the Gears series.
Neither do I.
It's the slow-paced cover shooter aspect of it kind of disguised the fact that a controller sucks for shooting at things.
Yeah.
They go, well, if we make everything super fucking slow, maybe you don't feel how awful this is.
Yeah.
So it's one of the few playable console shooters.
But here's the thing: we just did an indie game. We have an older game. We're gonna do Thief, which is another older game. So we've been skewing a little indie recently. So we need to bring it back with a AAA title. People like to see that.
So I'm gonna play Gears 4, and I'm gonna be upset when it turns out that they Uncharted it.
I'm sure they're gonna Uncharted it.
It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be so awful.
And but so that's it. So that's the real plan. Is we got one episode in the can. That's
Interesting expression.
almost. It's an old expression. That's almost done edited. Then we got a Gears. Then we got a Thief. Then we got. We don't have an episode after
I didn't
that.
say I love it. I said I didn't hate it. I was okay with Gears.
No.
Here's how I feel about Gears. I played 1. It was neat. I played 2. It was kind of neat. I never bothered with 3 because I didn't care that much. So
Yeah.
If it was the only game on Earth, he'd play the shit out of it, but there's so much other stuff to play.
Yeah. It's fine. I you know what I enjoyed about the Gears series is you get to saw people in half, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was just like, hey, this is a game where you get to saw people in
Horizontally or
half.
vertically, or diagonally.
Diagonally, it's neat, and then half their body flops over. It's neat.
here's a question.
Yeah,
The new character
yeah.
in Gears 4.
Yeah, well,
Is the
there's
son of Marcus Phoenix?
yes.
Is it voiced by John DiMaggio?
No, Marcus Phoenix is in it.
Okay. Is he going to be prominent?
I don't know.
I'll tell you this about John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
He took a generic character type and he made it fun because he knew how to ham it up.
yeah, yeah.
I gotta shoot those things. He knew how to play it.
Yeah.
I predict main character's gonna be, we gotta shoot things because I'm ultra generic and
Who's
protagonist guy.
who's that actor? Jai Courtney? Is he gonna?
Oh, is that Jai Courtney?
No. He did. That's the
Okay.
analogy. He's gonna Jai Courtney it.
He's gonna Jai Courtney, and it's gonna be fucking awful.
Rich, the fear in your eyes when I said it was voiced by Jai Courtney. Oh, yeah. I don't know if the camera caught that, but Rich was like, "What? It's Jai fucking Courtney!" Jesus Christ.
But I mean, John DiMaggio knew how to take that archetype.
Yeah.
Archetype.
Archetype. Yeah.
And make it work.
Yep.
He knew what he was doing.
Just fun enough to be fun, but like a little serious, but like little tongue in cheek. Absolutely. A couple more tips to get through here. Hey, would you please read my favorite quote in your dulcet tones, Jack? If wishes were fishes, we'd all cast nets. Rich.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You saved Scummer.
Yeah, well, this is for stream.
You should be ashamed.
I'm very distracted and whatever.
Yeah, we got people
Yeah.
chatting at you. Rich says, teabag for glory. We all know your laugh can cure clinical depression. But what's the sweetest thing about Karen? What's the sweetest thing about Karen?
What is the sweetest thing?
Jesus Christ. Like, I'm
pie.
uncomfortable with human emotions, and Rich and Karen have a lot of them towards each other, and it's just.
I like when you get excited about things. When you're reading about you're reading about some kind of like skin disease or something, and you're all excited about it.
I like to read to him.
She does.
Not necessarily about skin disease,
That's
but
adorable, too.
books. Yeah, I like read like whole books to him and stuff. Books I like, so I like to share them with him. We're reading that I read Disenchanted to him recently. Actually, we listened to part of it on audiobook, but then we listened to the rest. I read the rest of it. I do all the voices.
I like talking about books. You read anything new lately?
It's terrible.
I haven't that much since I've been up here between work and everything else. I mean, like I said today, I kind of binged on comic books.
Yeah.
Been watching a lot of Narcos. I have not finished a novel the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, a lot of drinking in the wedding. Sari-chan, have there been any traditional RPGs that you guys have been okay or meh with? Chrono Trigger?
No, fuck that shit. I watched my sister play it. I wanted to throw up.
Rich don't like any of that.
Aaron?
Yeah.
As you guys know, I really like the Pokemons. Though I'm having a lot of problems with the new Pokemon game. They give you Pokemon as if that's not the main point of the game.
Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Y on the 3DS.
The letter or the question? Pokemon Y.
Pokemon Y, the giant
Why?
letter.
Oh.
So far, like in the original Pokemon game, you get your starter Pokemon, you know, and then there's a few Pokemon here or there that you could like trade with other people. But so far, I want to say I have just straight up gotten from other people 6 Pokemon. It's like, what the fuck? What do I even need to search through the bushes for Pokemon? Fucking hell.
You're kind of a Poke purist.
I'm kind of a Pokemon. It's overall, it's a fun game, and I like the Pokemon. Although I'm still trying to understand the new fairy type of Pokemon and who they're strong and weak against, and but
You're making me fall asleep, Jack.
yeah, good. The Paper Mario series. Do you like that?
Oh, yeah.
I played the only one I played was Super Paper Mario, and I liked it.
Yeah, Super Paper Mario is great.
Let's get you out of here and me my money.
The Mario and Luigi
Afraid you're gonna be disappointed?
RPGs for
Then
the
you're dying,
DS
Cuddy.
are super
I'd
great.
have to kill you
Okay.
for stiffing me.
I haven't played them, but they might be.
They're really fun. They do something fun with
But I owe ya. So,
typical turn-based combat,
Felix
which
went
is
after
they
the
have
horned
timed
Quintus
button
down
presses
the
to
bone.
power up your
Left me
moves
his
or to
notes.
counter attacks.
The hammer's
And so, like, you're actually
put 'em in
doing
there.
something in the battle
Evidence
besides
box.
going through the Excel
Loot
spreadsheet,
collection, more
which is
like.
very nice.
Upstairs.
Yeah, I know. I know that's
Officers'
important.
quarters. Once you're
I
up
haven't
there,
played it yet, but I
In
purchased
passage.
Day of the
you
Tentacle
damn haven't
recently.
rotted my
Ah.
lungs.
Talk about like Excel spreadsheet type games. I mean, you ever played the original Maniac Mansion where you click on something and you have a whole list of what you can do with that item?
I never cared for the Maniac Mansion because I played it on the NES and it looked terrible and I didn't quite understand it.
Oh, it looked terrible, but I played through it. I really enjoyed it on the NES.
That was bullshit.
I remember I'm younger than you, so when it came out, I was. What happened, Rich?
Oh, bullshit.
A bullshit
Yeah,
happened?
Cuddy died. I came to rescue Cuddy,
Uh-huh.
but he died of whatever illnesses he had as I was talking to him. He gave me the information I needed.
Oh.
But the guard walking by saw his dead body and searched the cell and found me.
That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That's some bullshit.
That was some ultra fucking bullshit. Oh god, I want to throw up.
Oh yeah, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is a great one. The whole Paper Mario series I'm a big fan of. Absolutely. And I'm okay with turn-based combat in general. My usual problem with the classic RPG is the J part of the JRPG, which is just teenagers with horrible hair and giant super maneuvers that do 10 damage. But take 5 minutes of a cutscene to unleash the dragon and it does 10 damage.
A lot of people don't like the grind
Yep.
to level up. Although, it can be a great time waster while you're, doing something else.
It
like waiting in
depends on
line.
how natural it feels. If you keep moving, if you keep exploring new areas while leveling up, it's not so much of a grind. But
No, it's always a grind.
there can be areas of an RPG where you go back to fight the weak monster, so you can grind up.
It's a 98% grind.
Yes,
I remember when I got the original Dragon Warrior, I got
All
it
right,
with
old
the renewal
man.
of a Nintendo
Let's
Power
get you out of
subscription.
here
And they
and me
gave you
my
like
money.
maps of it and everything, and me and my dad got into it. We'd take turns
Good
doing
thing
the
you're
grind.
dying,
It was like a
Cuddy.
whole family
have to
thing,
kill
and we'd
you.
pour over our maps, and it's kind of nerdy awesome.
one of the reasons that I enjoy the Pokemons so much, speaking of like the grind and
God, they're talking about Pokemon.
and the math, is it gets you into the world where you're gonna fight a gym who's all grass type. Oh, well, let's look up who's strong against grass type. Oh, I'll get these Pokemon. Oh, I'll level up these Pokemon. This is great. And like you make a little plan and it engrosses you in the world a little bit more. Yeah, absolutely, I'm with you. Yep. Pick up his dead body. So, I mean, I've played a few of the Final Fantasy games. I know I really tried, way back in the day, I really tried to get into Final Fantasy VII. Because that's supposed to be the big, that was the big important one. And I just thought it was super dumb. It just didn't do it for me.
What was the one with the dragons? Like Dragon Quest? There was one where it's like a whole fantasy thing where like you're a dragon. It's for the PS1.
Spyro?
No. Spyro. I mean, yes, you're a dragon in Spyro, but this was like an RPG kind of thing.
I want to slay the dragon. I don't want to be the dragon.
Or if you are the dragon, you wanna like kill all the towns. Kill all the towns. Breath of fire. Someone is saying.
Seems peaceful now.
Oh, you were a cute green dragon. I remember that.
A cute green dragon. I have
I
no.
probably played this game in about 97.
I just didn't get into and like a lot of Final Fantasy VII that I didn't get into was just the story.
Don't hurt me.
I think that's where my real hatred of story in games came from, is these winding, twisting JRPGs.
I
Where
have a mic. Is this easier? Is this better? I got it more by my face now.
Get it by your face.
I'm a bit of a mumbler.
You're super into mumblecore?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, sure.
The Duplass brothers?
The who?
You make a plan and you follow through. That's what Brian Boitano would do.
That sounds like They Might Be Giants.
That's I think that's a South Park song.
I love They Might Be Giants.
You should love They Might Be Giants. They're great. Everyone loves They Might Be Giants.
Even Rich loves They Might Be Giants.
Some people just don't know it yet, as they've never heard They Might Be Giants. They have some new albums out.
Do they
Well,
really?
there's
do.
Basso.
They're having a
If you
sale
weren't
right now on their
conscious, it was
website.
simpler, but now
And if you
precarious.
buy their albums, you can get some new T-shirts they made at discounted prices. I was really thinking about it, but I just got some new T-shirts, and so like my T-shirt budget, and I need to keep a super strict T-shirt budget because I will buy T-shirts all the time because I wear them on the shows, and I'd like to wear different T-shirts on the shows. And I just bought some new T-shirts, so I couldn't buy some They Might Be Giants T-shirts.
Where'd you get that one from?
Just a shop, a local shop.
A killer!
This Wisconsin
Feel the spike.
local shirt.
I hammer
Shop.
away
Local shirt, local shop. You know.
Jolly good.
Oh, you know.
cease thy hiding.
Jack, you should try Ni no Kunai. It's Studio Ghibli meets Pokemon. Ooh.
Curse
Ni
mine
no
failing
Kunai.
eyes. Where went the intruder?
Ni no Kunai. You know what?
Speak Japanese.
I'm gonna do that. Ni no.
Got no fucking flash bombs.
Very sorry. What is it called? Ni no Kunai. There we go. Ni no Kunai. For the PS3.
You stop talking in gibberish.
Ni no Kunai. Wrath of the White Witch.
Oh god.
For the PS3 and Nintendo DS. Ooh, Nintendo DS. I'm gonna look into it. I got it up here on my Google, and I'm gonna Google it. Well, I Googled it already, but I'll look at it when I get home. Ni no Kunai. N-I-N-O Kunai.
I don't see why
K-O-N-I.
I should be the one to be put with these incompetent people.
It's on the PlayStation 3 and Nintendo DS.
Where it's probably vastly different.
It's probably two vastly different games.
They have extremely different capabilities.
Yeah, you walk by at the perfect time, you jackass.
I do like Studio Ghibli. And I like Pokemon. So if it's like Pokemon meets Studio Ghibli, then I'll be okay with it. But the other reason why I really like Pokemon is very, very simple. It's stripped down. There's not a lot of like big, grandiose story elements. Just a kid going on an adventure, and you catch fucking animals, and you make the animals hit each other.
The target audience of the game is preteen. They didn't want to set the entry bar too high.
Exactly.
I'm done.
Okay.
Got my butt kicked.
Okay, that's fine. Get your butt kicked. I'm sorry, Rich.
No, you don't have to be sorry. It's great.
Okay.
I love it.
Great.
We still here and not
We're still
hearing
here.
us?
We're still here, but we're about to say goodbye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
So long.
Revoir.
Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye. I'd like to say. Does anyone know how that song ends?
No.
No.
No. No Sound of Music fans?
Nope.
No.
Never seen it.
The only song I know in German is Oh Tannenbaum, oh Tannenbaum,
Oh.
wie treu sind deine Blätter.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I'd like to think that I could stay alive. I don't know.
My leg is falling asleep.
Zoop doo doo doop doop doop.
You need to move your legs.
Zoop doo doo doop doop doop.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my toes can breathe.
The sun has
How was
gone.
it not making your toes breathe? Your toes are on the floor. My foot was on your knee.
You made my leg fall asleep.
Sorry.
You don't have to be sorry. You just have to be very guilty.
Sorry to disappoint
Very,
you.
Whoa.
very guilty.
I'm not going to stay up
Whoa.
nights worrying about putting your foot to sleep. Sorry.
Whoa.
I could be guilty about not being guilty enough. I might be able to pull that off. That's about it. That's all you're getting.
Half man, half cat. Half man, half cat says 2 months.
Dr. Smoke Trees. Welcome.
Mr. Grape.
Who?
Mr. Grape.
There you go. Corridan Miller for 20 fucking months in a row. Oh shit! I got a hype Karen over here. Are you gonna emphasize every fucking?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's all. You're not gonna say names. You're just gonna emphasize the fuckings.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
it. Karen's our hype man tonight.
Hey, ma'am.
Hype. Oh, Karen's our hype man
I'm
tonight.
a man, maybe. But
Corridan Miller says, "Stream Space Quest 3."
Chernobyl Kinsman. 18 months in a row. Chernobyl Kinsman says, "LOL." Lick my taffer.
Striker 1121. 17 months in a row. Keep on keeping on, boys. Says Striker 1121.
Steve the Ghost.
Hometown markup for 26.
Sorry.
A hype man fucked up already. On number 2.
That was adorable.
I mean,
it was so adorable.
we're going to try that one more time. Hometown markup for 26 fucking months in a row.
That's more like it.
Boom.
Jacob Old.
Kool-Aid Man 24 fucking months in a row. Boom, now we found it. Kool-Aid Man says, I've been doing this for 2 years. Oh, God.
See, the reason why I got confused is I didn't know if it was for fucking 24 months in a row, for 20 fucking 4 months in a row, for 24
Gotcha.
fucking months in a row, for 24
Gotcha.
months in a fucking row.
Number first, then the fucking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, listen, we got it now.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga Lala.
I'm sorry, what?
Baba Yaga Lala.
There we
Baba
go.
Yaga Lala.
Baba Yaga Lala?
Baba Yaga, you know.
Yeah, okay. Baba Yaga Lala. Baba Yaga Lala.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's a proper way to say it. I'm sorry. Any chance you guys might check out Yakuza 0? There is 0 chance that we will check out Yakuza
The game
0.
about the Japanese mafia.
Nice. El Polo Diablo. Oh, sorry, I got it now. El Polo Diablo 657.
And rail means rail. 19 months in a row.
Crocodile Brain for 23 fucking months in a row. I can't tell you how much I love our hype man. Like, it makes me feel better. It makes every subscriber over 20 months more powerful. I'm so into it.
No nerve.
I'm sorry, I'm with you. The devil is my hairdo. Yay, 2 months in a row.
Jareth Gyros.
Riot Crew for 28 fucking months in a row.
Riot Crusade.
I found my purpose.
Oh,
in
sorry.
life.
Riot Crew said, hey, guys, please play Amnesia, The Dark Descent this month. Or don't. Play what you like.
Hat Hole Home Video.
Cryo 42 for 21 fucking months in a row.
Savio Freston.
Tyrannodin 87.
Lazy Brain 105.
Tadaxp for 21 fucking months in a row.
C3PO Tato. I love that. C3PO Tato.
Yeah, that's good. NY Cujo.
3C3 potato.
3C Potato.
Ninja Kick 666.
Young Bubbies.
Dark Knight 39.
Almighty Chad.
Cheapy 1.
Teabag for Glory.
Tefera.
Lonarn.
Clone 2727. Clone 2727 says, Mike and Rich review The Wrath of Khan? Maybe someday.
You both of you seem to
Likely to show up and review sooner or later.
You both like Star Trek. I know that about you and Mike. Hunchback Jack. Only 4 more months to a fucking. Can't hardly wait.
You didn't say 16 months in a row, though.
Well, say that again. Say that again so we can echo that.
Oh, you're right. So Hunchback Jack for 16 months in a row. Hunchback Jack says only 4 more months to a fucking. Can't hardly wait. You're absolutely right, Karen.
This is why I love you, and this is what makes you sweet.
My potty mouth?
Yeah. You got to find yourself a lady who knows how to potty mouth.
Bonster! Just got to grab her by the pussy, man.
Just got to You find that lady, and you know what to do. You know what to do.
You were surprised the first time I did it.
I'll tell you what you do. You find yourself a good-looking lady, and then you act respectfully towards her, and hopefully her feelings are reciprocated. That's what you really fucking do. God damn it.
I don't care who he grabs as long as they're consenting.
That's the thing. Mantequillas. Mantequillas.
Pabst!
Oh, right. Hansafrosh for 13 months in a row. Hansafrosh says Hansafrosh 13 fucking months in a row. Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate it. It's true, we really do. I get it, Hansafrosh.
Subverting the system because he's a jerk.
I get it, Hansafrosh.
A jerk.
Yeah.
Hairtatsu has resubscribed for 21 fucking months in a row. Hairtatsu says, it's fucking time. LOL, punt my cunt.
Wait, before you click off, is Osmike not on the list?
I didn't see him there. We read the list.
Osmike, you're not on the list. There, we do have a little thing that says 14 viewers resubscribed while you were away. So you might have resubscribed while we were away. Your name isn't on the list. But Osmike, fucking...
For over 20 some...
Osmike for...
We could do fucking all 3 of us together. We can tag
Osmike for over 20
some
fucking months in a row. Thank you all for subscribing. We really do appreciate it.